Aloha, Hawaii Prepper. How well do you know your neighbors? How well do you know your environment, your surrounding, your community, your neighborhood? Do you talk to your neighbors on your street, across the street from you, right next door? How is your relationship with your neighbors? If you don't know your neighbors, now would be a great time to get to know them. Not everyone gets along with their neighbors for different reasons. I know my husband doesn't really care for one of the neighbors that lives next to us, only because they don't really keep up with their yard, and so the yard kind of looks like a botanical garden that I call it. It's a jungle, and they don't clean their yard. They're lazy, and I mean it's fact, and they clean it maybe once a year. Nobody does anything, and their home is dilapidated and looking really shambly, looking like the hood. But I get to know my neighbors, know the different neighbors, and when I do go walking around the neighborhood, I talk to whoever I see out, and just hi, and whatever. That way you know your surroundings. You somewhat get to know who is on your street, who is on the next street over, and you take notes of things. In the event that there is a SHTF and all grids are down and there's no power, you're gonna really need support from one another. And a lot of times, if the grid never goes back up, you're gonna truly need to rely on the people that you're around, and they'll more than likely going to have to rely on you as well. So getting to know your neighbors is something really important, really vital when it comes to any type of emergency disaster. And it can be a natural disaster, like hurricanes, tornadoes, of that sort. It can also be a man-made disaster, and there can be a cyber attack on the grid. Anything can happen. Anything and everything can happen in this day and age that we are all in, and we're noticing a lot of things happening and occurring one after the other. Seems like they're occurring simultaneously, all at the same time. So not only being prepared with the goods that you have, but being prepared alongside with the people that are around you. Not everyone needs to know what you have stocked up, because you don't want the entire neighborhood come to your house. So you're gonna more or less gauge who to trust that you could divulge any type of prepping information to. But you're gonna need to use your discretion as well as your discernment when it comes to things of that nature. I wanted to share with you all this movie that I just about got finished watching, and I felt this movie is really important for everyone to see. It's a basic movie of preparedness. I don't know if you've seen it, maybe some of you have, but I will provide the link down below in the comments, so you can just click on and check it out. Watch the entirety, because even the ending part, when it's rolling with the credits and the names of the people and so forth, there's a little snippets in between all of that. So watch it all the way till it, the last minute of it, because the title of it is Prepper, a comedy drama. It's a free movie, a comedy drama, and it says end of the world, but it's a really basic preparedness movie. And this to me, I think this is really important because it shows, how things can easily escalate from normalcy to abnormalcy, and how people are ill prepared and how people are just starting to prepare. This is a really, really good movie. I think everyone should watch, preppers as well as non-preppers. And I find that a lot of the information in here will be very helpful for a lot of people. So you might want to check out this movie and just watch it. Just watch the movie in its entirety. It says comedy, but I think the only place I actually saw comedy was the ending parts of it, the snippets. But, in a real life scenario, a lot of these things has the potential to occur. And that was in the movie. I think this movie was a little bit more mild. It's a movie that's showing the potentiality of things unfolding after something catastrophic occurs. And it also shows how, some people are ill prepared, not really prepared, and going into being prepared, and because they're starting to wake up and figure things out. So great movie to me, in my humble opinion. And I know there's a lot of movies similar to this, but this is like a really simple, basic prepper movie, and the title of it is Prepper. And so you might really want to look into this and check it out. But the highlight about it, I think the overall thing that stood out was community, coming together as a community when SHTF occurs. And, spoiler alert, eventually that happened. But you need to watch it. It's a really good movie. I think it's a good movie. You might think it's a good movie, maybe not. But it does highlight several different things when it comes to preparedness, and it shows those people that are prepared, and people that didn't know, other people within their own neighborhood were prepared as well. So you might want to check it out. I just wanted to share this over here. I didn't mean to make this video this long, but do check it out. Think about connecting with your neighbors. If it's possible for you and your neighbors. I'm not sure how big of a neighborhood you have, how close knit that neighborhood and neighbor relationship you do have, but you might want to start and begin to establish and implement something, just in case. You don't want to be a lone wolf. You don't want to go the mile as a loner here. You're going to need that support. Everyone's going to need support from one another within their own community, within their own neighborhood, on their own street, or in their own cul-de-sac. So this movie really makes you think, what if? So check it out. Other than that, thanks for watching, and check out the movie. Aloha!